Okay, this is just a short video for Glen on the Yahoo Dalton group. As you can see, I've got the Husky cart and everything, the bench, workbench, real nice size, and I like the way it looks, and it wasn't too expensive. So as far as Glen had a question about the motor and how I was going to handle that. So as mentioned, you can see I've got some T-slot bolts here off a McMaster car. And I've got this motor. I don't think this is a 2 1/4 horsepower, so it's even at low RPM, it's probably got too much power. So, and it's a little bigger than I wanted. There's another motor that I think I might pick up, which is a little bit smaller, but I'll just use this one to demonstrate kind of the direction I'm going. So I've got this 1-inch polyurethane belt, basically come off of the pulleys on the headstock, and then pick up the spindle here off the motor, and then tuck the motor, back here. Take a piece of plate steel, and then weld, whatever it is for the to hold the motor kind of off of that. Tuck the motor back here such that it doesn't interfere with the carriage, and then get the shaft right here. Now the problem I ran into was no matter where I kind of put the motor, trying to get the diameter of the pulley factored in and the right angle, I either rub against the casting or I rub up here against the back gear shaft thing. So what I'm going to have to do, I think, is in conjunction with my little motor mount, I'm going to run some kind of bracket up here and have like a roller bearing that allows this lower belt to make that bend around the casting and then loop around the pulley on the motor, and then this part will make a straight shot back. And I'm shooting for a 2-to-1 ratio, so for every 1 revolution of the motor, I'll get approximately 2 revolutions up here at the headstock. So then that'll let me run the motor at 1,000 RPMs, whatever motor I use, and say 1,000 RPMs, and then this will only be turning at 500. And as mentioned, I have a pulse width modulated DC motor controller that will power the motor. So when I'm done, I think it'll be a very compact little affair back here, especially if I use a slightly smaller motor. The motor will tuck in here, and then I'll just have this little belt fused together, and I'll have a little bit of a tension adjustment with this roller bearing affair, and it should be off to the races. So anyways, that's basically kind of what I'm looking at, and like I say, that'll allow me to do away with all the counter shaft, jack shaft stuff, which I don't have any to begin with. So I bought the lathe knowing that I wouldn't have that. So okay, so if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.